2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The traffic in New York City. And with...
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And looking at the Nets, Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. Now here's Harden. Pass to Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And Brooklyn has possession, following the bucket by the Bucks. Harden finds Irving, 6 to shoot.
I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. Out to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 6.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
Outside Holiday. Middleton against Harris. It's good.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Harden outside. A shot missing. Good D by Holiday.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. And it's Jordan atop the key. There's the dish to Harris. And the pass to KD. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow!
Yeah, could you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. A minute 50 left here in the opening quarter. He kicks it to Holiday. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And on the way from Irving for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Middleton looking it over. And here is DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. Trying to get open as Lopez. And that one's good by Giannis.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Nets trail by 4. And 1:01 left to play here in the first. Harden the pass to Jordan. Trying to find Harden. And he's got it now.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got his 3rd assist on the night. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, drains the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Giannis outside. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Milwaukee on top, up 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. We've got Bobby Portis. Holiday out there with PJ Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the 2.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Here is Forbes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Brooklyn trailing. Outside Irving. Harris kicks to Irving. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. The shot's good from Irving.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Here is Forbes. There's the lob to Portis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And now we've got the intentional foul. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
No stopping Kyrie on the drive right there, getting to the basket with ease.
Here is Forbes to the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him. Here's Green. Second chance shot. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Portis throws it down. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Irving. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Basket counts.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Ripped away. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, with a dunk by Giannis.
Harden dishes to Brown. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's Harden with the drive, and that one good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Now, Antetokounmpo, he has 6. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Giannis is double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. It's the Nets now. Nets trail by 4. It's Brown with the drive and finished off by Brown.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
A little quickness from Antetokounmpo there. Blows right past the D.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Harden with it. Now guarded by Middleton. 5 to shoot. Here's KD. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Lopez. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had... That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the 2-guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 6. On the wing, Harden. Antetokounmpo defending. They double team KD. Pops it up for Jordan. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Holiday did a great job there, realizing they had an opportunity in transition, taking advantage of the numbers. Those are the kind of situations where they thrive.
Now, here is Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Outside Holiday. Back to Giannis. Pass to Lopez. No one near him. Jordan with the rebound. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 6-point game. Harris, no good. And here we go. The Bucks running again. Harden against Middleton. Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Middleton. Middleton's got his 3rd assist on the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Harris's shot is off.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Nets trail by 8. Harden outside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here is Forbes. Antetokounmpo kicks to Forbes. The Bucks working the ball around. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Milwaukee leading by 8. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here is Harden. He has 6. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 8 points.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler, absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. Here is Forbes. 1:41 left to play in the third. Outside Portis. No good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Doesn't get talked about much, but Blake Griffin sprinting out in transition allows him those kind of opportunities.
Forbes the pass to Connaughton. Back to Forbes. Up top Portis. Count that bucket. He's got 6. Nets trail by 8. Outside Irving. 50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Offline with his 3. For Milwaukee, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. And Durant subbed in for Joe Harris. The Bucks also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Irving. And that one goes long. Bucks leading by 10. No good from Connaughton.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. You just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Holiday against Irving. On the wing, Holiday. Here's Connaughton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Connaughton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks. He got it up. The shot off that time. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, we've got Antetokounmpo, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Teague. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Tucker in at the 4.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
That's tipped. 3-on-3. The wide open look for Durant. Again, the Nets for 2.
And this is one of Kevin Durant's favorite moves, getting the defense back on its heels, then stop and pop.
Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Harden can't hit.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Claxton the pass to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Durant in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fast break. Here they come. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Good quick hands from Antetokounmpo there, reacting well on defense and swiping that one away.
Durant against Middleton. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Durant.
And for a big man, he's as versatile as they come. I mean, he shoots it, he handles it. He's also a terrific passer. You name it, he can do it.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. And it's blocked. They get it back. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Harden scanning the floor. A three-pointer, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. DiVincenzo against Irving. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. DiVincenzo's got 6 in the quarter. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 13. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Harden, good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Giannis left side, takes a 3. They get it back. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
That's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And here is DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Middleton. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Durant. And a wide open look for Irving. Up again. No good there. And Milwaukee will come the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Shooting foul. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the shot is good.
Quick and clean with that shot attempt as Shamet knocks it in.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. The rebound by Luwawu. Johnson attacking. Griffin, good.
And that is clutch. Griffin always ready to take the big one.
So
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. Right wing. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris finds Leonard. Back to Morris. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season. At the point guard position, Patrick Beverley is a great shot blocker.
Morris outside. Back to Beverley. And he uses the glass on the layup. Beverley's got the first basket of the game for the Clippers.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Harden outside. The pass to Griffin. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Beverley, the pass to George. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Durant with the steal. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
I will say I like the aggressiveness, but you hurt your team making poor decisions, and that was one of them.
Here's George. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Irving looking for an opening. It's Harden with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Harden outside. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Now here's Durant. Shoots over Leonard. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
What I love about Durant, doesn't force anything. Everything comes naturally and under control.
There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. Brown with it. Pass to Green. Durant in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. Oturu with the rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Kevin Durant. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubats is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Leonard. And it's Kennard in for Paul George. Now here's Batum. 6 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Irving. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Nets trail by 4. 43 seconds left to play here in the first. Irving, good.
Tremendous focus by Kyrie. Doesn't let the contact throw him off.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Now Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Jacks up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
The 17-footer. No good from Irving.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Passes it to Batum. Kennard for 3. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 5. 2K. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes.
This game, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubats, and it's man in at the 3 side. Harden, no good.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Pass to Cousins. Kicks it to George. And it's George finishing it off.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Durant comes in for Bruce Brown. Beverly against Harris. And George kicks to Beverly. George with the bounce pass. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by George.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Harden surveying the D. Oh, and James Harden throws it down. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from James Harden. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. The dish to Beverly. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Harris. And then for Los Angeles, Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Cousins. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. How the passion in New York is a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Outside Jackson. He dishes it to Patterson. Morris outside. 5 to shoot. Kennard with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
It could be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Here's Irving. Yep, it counts. Irving's got his second basket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
The pass to Kennard. Here's Oturu, headed by Green. The Nets on offense. They've got an 8-0 run and finished off by Brown.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here's Irving. The teardrop falls in. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Not just a shooter, Kyrie is a...
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
We've got Durant. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Griffin against George. Back to Morris. And Leonard has it in the corner. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Nets trail by 3.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Morris passes to Cousins. Over Irving. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Morris. Cousins has got the first bucket of the third here for the Clippers. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Here's Leonard. And the layup falls. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Pushing the action, always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Here is Harden. 8 points for him. Here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 11.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Beverly. The rebound by Harden. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Beverly against Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
You could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Beverly against Irving. George double teamed. And he drops it in from the low post. 8 points for him.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Griffin kicks to Harris. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's George. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Pass to Harris. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Harden. Passes it to Claxton. Back to Harden. On the wing, Batum. Pass to Oturu. Here's Kennard. 1:11 left to play in the third. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
And here's Jackson. And there's the pass to Kennard. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Shot's good. Brown making the play. Now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
And you talk about the best ball handlers in the league. Don't forget about James Harden.
Jackson against Harden. To the left wing. Now here's Zubac. He's guarded closely.
Oh, no, he didn't. He
he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Here's Harden. Second shot opportunity. 4 seconds left, and he sinks the layup. Harden's got 8 points in the quarter.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Luke Kennard. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. And it's Oturu in at the center position. Durant with the steal. Here's Harden. And he makes good on the layup.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Here's Oturu. On the clock. Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 4.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
And he commits the intentional foul. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown. Here's Irving. Here's Green. On the wing, Irving shoots the 3. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Zubac. A rebound by the Nets.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And the Nets miss again. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Beverly the pass to Zubac. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Kicks it out to Leonard from the arc. They get the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Durant down low. He's covered by Leonard. Good work there as it goes.
Defensively, you can't give Durant this kind of look and expect to get a stop.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Passes to Zubac. Outside Leonard. That one goes. Count it.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Harden, no good. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Morris. The rebound by Jeff Green. The net shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point.
Kyrie has done it again. He loved the big shot and the big moment.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. George double teamed. Pass to Zubac. Inside, Leonard. It's good. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Beverly the pass to George. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter, and it's George finishing it off.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Irving with it. It counts, and the foul. That one on George.
Saving a little something for when it really counts. Kyrie dropping daggers down the stretch.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Cousins is checked in. Leonard finds George. And here is Cousins. Outside for George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Harden outside. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
George looking around. From 11 feet away, it counts.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Harden, no good. Leonard the pass to Morris. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
Some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Anthony out there with Giles. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Jones. And it's Lillard in at the point. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Brown. And it's Durant. Then there's Griffin. And it's Jordan in at the center.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Harden, no good. And it's Jones with the ball for Portland. Here's Lillard, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's KD. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
But Durant has arms that just keep on going and going and going. You aren't going to be able to just get a shot by him. Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anyway.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. And it's Lillard missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, you love seeing Harden take off of the slam. He has just unreal hops.
Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Harden the pass to Jordan, kicks it out to Harden. Score of the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Oh, he's got it rolling this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's Lillard. Here's Giles, kicks it out to Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Jordan. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. And almost entirely, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Irving passes to Harris. Back to Irving. There's the three. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Nets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Green against Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Irving from long range. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Taking matters into his own hand.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
And it's good for 2.
And McCollum is remarkably quick. Love seeing him put it on the deck and finish at the rim.
Here's Irving. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He hits that shot. His first of the night. Now 1 for 6. And it's Simons missing. Nets trail by 4. Right side Irving. From 12 feet out. And he hits the jump shot.
Got to know that Irving is an excellent mid-range shooter. But then again, where isn't he a great shooter?
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
My
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waste.
Good if it goes. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Now that's the way you want to end the quarter.
I know that when the main guy.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1. Irving kicks to Harris. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Brown. And Portland with a change here, too. Lillard's checked in. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Kevin Durant comes in for Green, and Blake Griffin's subbed in for Irving. Portland leading by 4. Powell the pass to Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
When you pair Kanter's strong frame with the scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves the game.
Harden, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Griffin kicks to Harris. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
A main staple of Griffin's game. You can tell he loves getting up to dunk.
To the paint, here's Powell, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Powell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they...
Oh! Nice. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Lillard attacking, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Outstanding quickness of him. He keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on these drives. For
the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell, and Jones subbed in for McCollum. Harden the pass to Griffin. Kicks it out to Harden. Anthony with the block. Now here's Lillard. He's got 12. Anthony's shot is off.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly
every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for...
And when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Nurkic can't hit. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Harden outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists now tonight. Lillard against Griffin. Count it.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable. There we go.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And Jones sends it back. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Brown in for Joe Harris. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
Here's Claxton. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 4th rebound in this one. Right side, Jones.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he does.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
I mean, stretched, arm strong. Durant doesn't even need to jump, it seems, to throw it down. His athleticism, his height, his length is just unreal.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
That those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight? Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
He's a top-tier scorer in this game. Harden only needs a few shots to fall, and then it's like watching the ball Caleb run. I don't think that was a pass he should make. Too many things can go wrong. I mean, they're lucky to keep possession.
11 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Simons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 28 points, 2 of them. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Harden. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in at the 2 spot. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got 18 points.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
Here's Harden, and it's sent back by Lillard. And he recovers it. The shot's good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And here is Durant. 6 points for him. Brown dishes to Jordan. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Anthony can't hit. Nets leading by 6. Here's Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive.
Stolen by Durant. Brown inside. He's covered by Cantor. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Durant.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Nurkic, the pass to Cantor. Back to Nurkic. Pass to Simons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on his team.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Got that bucket in no time at all. Irving's got 8.
And when you see Irving pull up, you just assume he's sinking it. I mean, he's excellent at shooting off the dribble.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Nurkic.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chance.
Irving misses.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. On the wing, Harris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with the ball and finished off by KD.
Well, we all saw that coming when KD started cutting to the rim. Beautiful alley-oop finish from Durant.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Simons. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. Green, the pass to KD. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Anthony. And he banks in the layup. Anthony's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Green breaking loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
And no need to rush on a situation like that. That's just giving away a possession.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Harris. And then for the Trailblazers, McCollum's checked in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 11 as the basket is good from Damian Lillard.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
Great open look there. Irving's got 11.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
And Lillard throws it down.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
Here's Irving. And it goes down 2 points. 13 points in the game.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half,
seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Lillard. With 1 on the clock. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Powell in at the 3. Nets leading by 8. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
Just exceptional focus from Harden on the drive, knowing that the D can't stop him no matter what they do.
That one goes in.
Yeah, too bad his scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys would pick up some slack.
Harden, Jordan trying to free himself up, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Look, he's always a league leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden is so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing. It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Pass to Claxton. Now Kevin Durant. Throws it up high.
Man, you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his team.
Here's Lillard. Brooklyn with the rebound. Harden's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The drive by KD.
And he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here.
D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
Harden kicks to Brown. It doesn't go for him. Good D by McCollum. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's Harden slamming it down.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low-post presence.
Here's Harden. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
And really, Harden is even dangerous when he's looking to score. Even when the defense gets physical with him, he takes the contact, he powers through it.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Norman Powell, and Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor jumper. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stop.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Lillard attacking. Yes, that goes in. Lillard's got 44.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know Harden loves using that shot fake and Euro step because it's so hard for defenders not to bite on it.
Harden hits them both. Trailblazers trail by 13. Lillard attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 46 points for Damian Lillard.
It's just been one of those nights for him. He got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Harden outside. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And that one, good.
Just a gorgeous-looking J from Harden, really sticking it to him.
Anthony dishes to Lillard. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 5 assists in the game.
Now just think what the score would be if it weren't for him. I mean, he's been amazing, but a one-man show isn't going to get you a win in the league.
Right side, Jordan lets it go from deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Lillard. And good! He hits it again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Harden finds Green. Jordan with it. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
And that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away. Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Johnson, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Blake Griffin. Landry Shamit's checked in for Brown. And it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden. Johnson outside. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. A nice shot by Simons.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. 9-point game. Johnson right side. Johnson right side. Johnson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agree. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. It.
Well, Kevin.
David Aldridge, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So the Nets starting five. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the three, the small forward. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Now here is Holiday. Clock at 6. Here's Giannis. Lopez. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
Left side, Irving. And stolen by DiVincenzo. On the wing, Giannis. And just about a minute into the first quarter. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Back to DiVincenzo. Kick out to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And it's hard not to commend the calm nature and demeanor of the Greek Freak. I mean, even in pressure situations, Antetokounmpo never seems to get outside of himself or never seems to give in to what the defense is trying to do to disrupt him.
Harden, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Not many guys have a handle like James Harden, exceptional at slicing up the defense.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's the combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The pass to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. No good on the triple. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Durant. That one a little long. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Giannis, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Irving passes to Harden. Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. And yes, it's good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Durant. 1:35 left here in the opening quarter. And the Nets miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Harden against Holiday to stop the drought. Harden's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. The wide open look here for Lopez. Knocks down the 3-ball. Lopez has got 5 now.
Lopez is really dangerous as a shooter if you give him space to catch and then shoot.
Durant wide open, he fires, and it hung on the rim but wouldn't fall for him. There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo hammers the alley-oop through.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Harden the pass to Irving. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 6. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Holiday. And Durant sends it back.
Well, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And recently on the subject of trash talking,
I like to stay locked in to the game and football.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of lift, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Griffin. Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the 1. Here is Forbes. The dish to Tucker. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here's Portis. James Harden picking up that last basket. Lets it go with a 3. Not going to go that time. Nets trail by 3, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Drew Holiday's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Outside Griffin. And stolen by Portis. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And that one's good from Connaughton. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Stolen by Tucker. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Outside Holiday. 5 on the clock.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Now here's Harden. He's got 8. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Portis. Sweet move. Another shot, and Connaughton has it in the corner. Off target from the wing.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. Pass to DiVincenzo. 1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Makes it off the glass. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
There's Irving after Drew Holiday's score. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut back down to just 1 with the basket from Irving.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. 43 seconds left in the first half. Irving attacking, and he banks in the layup. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Now Giannis. 8 points for him. Holiday looking over the floor. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Jeff Green on the wing. Right side, Kevin Durant. No good there with the step-back J. Can't hit that one. And a close game so far through the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. You could see the daggers in their eyes.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. The Bucks shooting their first free throw tonight. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here's DiVincenzo following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. The shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. 4-point game. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, great display of concentration and tenacity from Irving there. Fighting his way through contact, getting it up and down, plus the foul.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden. Often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
And the Bucks with possession here, following the bucket by the Nets. Harden against Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. Middleton against Harris. Down low, here's Holiday. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. A different look from Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Drew Holiday. And a change for the Nets. Brown is checked in for James Harden. Here's Portis. And they get it. And stolen by Harris. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Griffin. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets. Bucks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. DiVincenzo gets to Middleton. And that one is good. Middleton's got 6.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Nets.
Here's Irving. He's got 13. There's a minute 40 left in the third. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Middleton. That one, no good. Nice D from Griffin. And it's Harris off the drive. Count the basket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Teague comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Joe Harris.
Excellent, excellent transition passing there, guys. Straight to the hoop.
Irving up top. Teague covering. And he comes up with the deuce. Irving's got the lead, back up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Teague. And here are the Nets. They're on a 15-4 run. And now they decide to foul intentionally. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. And the Nets also making a change. Harden's checked in. Here's Teague. 16 seconds left to play in the third. Good D by Harden. High post, KD. Bucket is good. KD's got his first points of the game.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harden. Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for Green. And here's Middleton. Giannis outside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket. One of the most mobile guys in the game.
Harden the pass to Harris. Harden scanning the floor. Left side, KD. No problems knocking that one down. And the Nets lead by 9.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. Lopez outside. 4 on the shot clock. Not 3 off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Durant attacking.
Well, that dribble gives KD the momentum he needs, and you can see his teammates already loading up with smiles as he explodes to the cup.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lobbed up there for Lopez. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Irving, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nets?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Here's Jordan following the basket by Chris Middleton.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And he commits the intentional foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Forbes checked in. Middleton against Harris. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. There's the pass to Lopez. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And the dunk by Lopez. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Sometimes it's a real trick bag trying to guard Antetokounmpo. I mean, his skill set in build and length and athleticism draws a ton of fouls.
And both free throws good for Giannis. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks trail by 7. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And both free throws good for Giannis.
And good aggressive basketball in that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Now here's Harden. Outside Irving. Back to Harden. Good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Antetokounmpo. James Harden picking up that last basket. Money!
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden draws the double. Lobs it up for Jordan. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Bucks with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And the dunk by Giannis.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
And the Nets with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The deep three from Harden. Count it.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Jordan. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant, And it's Harris in at the 3. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now Beverley following Durant's three-point attempt. And here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris outside. Shot clock at 3. Unloads. Jordan with the rebound.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Passes it to KD. And the shot goes in. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Cousins out to the right wing. Clippers moving the ball around. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Leonard.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Now, here is Harden. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Leonard. James Harden picking up that last basket. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
Leonard hits them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. And the rejection by Cousins.
The aggressive defense by DeMarcus Cousins, not content to just alter it, send it back.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And both free throws good for Paul George. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Leonard against Durant. Lobs it up for Jordan. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Pass to Beverley. The pass to George. Launches it. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. On the wing, Green. Back to Durant. Now, here is Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. And Cousins kicks to Beverley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverley. Wow.
Harden the pass to Green. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. And the rejection by Cousins. He feeds it to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Beverley. Back to Leonard. Inside. Cousins, the pass to Leonard. Clock at 4. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
George against Harden from 12 feet out. George with the bucket. George has got 6.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Harden finds Irving. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D there from George. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shoots over KD. And there's tall George on the assist from Leonard. 8 points for him. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Irving. From deep. But he stays with it. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Irving's got his second bucket.
Some of the best point guards are sneaky good rebounders. Kyrie doing work on the glass right there.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. He gets it in there. Irving's got 6.
The cleverness, the fearlessness. Kyrie Irving outstanding at finding spots inside to capitalize from.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Jackson misses. Nets trail by 5. There's the lob to Brown. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Now, here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Irving misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Zubats the pass to Kennard. Outside Jackson. Back to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Brooklyn.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Brown against Jackson. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 7. Irving finds Griffin. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And the Nets miss again.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
They get it back. Here's Zubats. And he uses the glass on the layup. Zubats has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Here's Irving. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid. I think are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson kicks to Zubats. Kennard against Brown. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Passes it to Oturu. Over Claxton. Oturu's shot is off.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Yep, that one goes in there. 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Jackson against Irving. And Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
The shot's good from Kennard.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie, an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. What'd you That's all for now.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward position.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Back to Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Clippers leading by 9. Now George. He's got 8. The 3. The shot will not fall. Bennett shooting from the field, 44%, not bad.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. Well, we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
And the Nets making a change here. Green's checked in. Now here's Leonard. Shoots over KD. Zubats, the second chance points on the tip in. Zubats has got 6.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Right side, Kevin Durant drills the elbow jumper.
Those jumpers, they might as well be layups for Kevin Durant. That's his comfort zone.
Clippers leading by 7. Morris looking over the floor. He kicks to George. Over Harden. And no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Obs it up for Jordan. Stolen by Zubac. Morris with the ball. Now Green defending. Harden against Leonard. And it's sent back by KD. And Leonard gets it to go.
And look at it. A significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Harden way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Zubac. He has 6. Morris, left side, outside, George, Rocket 6. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
There's no doubt Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
Now, here's George. He's got 8. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Durant with the steal. And they're moving it up. Ahead. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Leonard. And he converts the layup. Leonard's got 8 points.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly with the ball. Leonard finds Zubac. Beverly with the ball. Outside Leonard. George against Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Right side Durant. Zubac with it. 6 points for him. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard the pass to Morris. Misses the 3. KD against George. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Defensive. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Patterson is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
Beverly against Harden. The Clippers grab the miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Clippers leading by 10. And here's Beverly. Here's Patterson. And the 3 off target. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Griffin finds Harden. And he makes that one.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
The Clippers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Over Harris. That one off the back iron and out. Nets trail by 8. It's Harden with the...
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Now Beverly kicks it to Patterson. Back to Beverly. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Stolen by Beverly. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. And it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Harden against Beverly. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 15 points here in the second half.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
George dishes to Beverly. Left side, George. Good on the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Harden, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Harden's got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
High post Cousins. Back to Patterson. Brown inside. Defended by Beverly. Brown kicks to Griffin. Here's Harris. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the call will be against Harris. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Brooklyn, Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Harden scanning the floor. There's the triple. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Irving.
There's a marksmanship from Kyrie Irving. The lightning quick release. Boy, defender better have his hands up and ready.
Outside Jackson. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Harden. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden outside. Over in the corner, Green. Jordan, the pass to Harden. Three-pointer. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jackson finds Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard draws the double to the inside. Cousins. Count it!
No moment ever too big for the big man DeMarcus Cousins. Go ahead, sir.
Here's Harden. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks, for Starting five. They've got Joe Harris, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the three, the small forward. And here's KD for three. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Here is Harden following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Harden surveying the D and slam dunk by Harris.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. It's Covington on the wing. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Covington.
Shot clock winding down there, and Lillard making a confident move. You saw the outcome.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Outside Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Here's Lillard. From deep three-point range. And it's Durant with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
It's Durant on the wing, defended by Covington. KD on the wing. 2 points. That one goes. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Kevin Durant over the past couple seasons has been in the top 5 as the best mid-range shooters in the league.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. From deep. Lillard again missing. Brooklyn leading by 4. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Here's Lillard. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
Irving with the ball. Brown outside. Durant the pass to Brown. Nobody near Irving. Let's keep it alive. Shot clock at 6. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Kanter finds Anthony. Here's Lillard. Good work there as it goes. Lillard's got 6.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Irving surveying the floor. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Here we go, one-on-one. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. For the 3. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock.
I feel like Melo has always been a guy who doesn't mind hanging around down low, knocking guys around a little bit, and getting great second chance opportunities.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum dishes to Lillard. And Kanter now top the key. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
On its way from Irving to beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's
at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Harden out there with Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Green. And it's Claxton in at the 5, down low.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler. Absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his move.
McCollum outside. To the paint. Here's Kanter. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harden outside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Cullen passes to Simons. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jeff Green. Now here's Harden. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. From downtown. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. And so here's Portland. 4-point game. Passes to Powell. Lillard with it. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 11 points.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Now here's Harden. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player. 3
terrific kids, you're right. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Portland making their last shot. Jordan kicks to Harris. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Nets missing. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. 1:57 left in the first half of the game. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Irving. Pass to Durant. To stop the run. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 3. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And it's Lillard missing. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. Irving, a good look. Good on the baseline, Jay. Irving's got 8 points.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly, and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Lillard against Irving. Lillard attacking. Jordan with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Jones. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Simons. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Simons has got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside, Griffin. KD on the wing. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and that kind of activity helps Griffin to do so much more in this game. He's been tireless.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's good on the layup. McCollum's got his second bucket tonight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And that'll do it for the first half of Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 15 points and 1.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Now, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now, here's Lillard. 15 points in the game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Now Harden, he's got 6. The pass to Claxton. And Covington sends it back. McCollum outside. That shot off. Nets trail by 3. And so they foul intentionally. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Irving passes to Claxton. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
McCollum outside. Pass to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. This is it to Nurkic. An easy 2 points on the layup. Nurkic has got his second basket.
Nice shot selection there. Nurkic finding a shooting window and making that one count.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Harden way outside. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Durant subbed in for Bruce Brown.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Let's a floater go. Harden, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Inside, he's looking for Griffin and finds him. Trailblazers leading by 7. Lobs it up for Anthony. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Irving attacking. Basket counts. 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Here's Simons. Pass to McCollum. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense there from Irving. Here's Harden. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Stolen by McCollum. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point. Kicks to KD. They grab their own miss. And Harden on the follow.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
It's Powell on the wing. And there's the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Jones against KD. Picked away. And now Jones running the floor. All power.
Look at that. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Simons the pass to Cantor. And the layup's good off the glass. Cantor's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Harden left side. And Harden with the stop.
And with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Here's Simons. And he goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. It's Harden with the drive. Yes, that goes in. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Simons surveying the D. And Jordan sends it back.
You see Cantor throw up stuff like that. With DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Irving's checked in. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Powell with the steal. Lillard with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Lillard against Harden. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter
what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly great ones.
So the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Trailblazers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lillard.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Harden. Irving kicks to Harris. Clock at 6. From past the arc. It's good from long range.
That's pretty much not how they wanted to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Durant. All alone. And slam dunk by Harris.
Long arms, quick hands, deadly combination forces that turnover to jumpstart the break.
Down low, here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Lillard outside. And the miss. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little. All right, David. Thank you.